Bonsoir, chers amis, et bienvenue à Rendez-vous with Yasmin. Yasmin, where is she? Oh la la, I give up. You'll find out soon. Tonight's rendezvous is about a simple relation of little-known historical facts connected to Sri Lanka, about the 17th century French naval expedition to Ceylon and the Lanerolle legacy. During the reign of King Louis XIV, his finance minister, Jean Baptiste Colbert, set up the Compagnie des Indes Orientales, or the French East India Company, in 1664, and that's where Yasmin is joining us from right now on the show. Bonjour Yasmin.
Bonjour Kumar, bonjour à tout le monde. Ça me fait grand plaisir de vous rejoindre depuis Paris. In 1664, this very place was the headquarters of the French East India Company. Today it houses the National Library of France, Bibliothèque Richelieu.
Yasmin is also the author of a book on the French naval expedition to Ceylon and the Lanerolle legacy. Tell us about the French naval expedition to Ceylon in the 17th century.
Here I am, right under the statue of King Louis XIV in the Louvre Museum courtyard in Paris. It was during his reign that the French naval interest to the East Indies expanded. A naval expedition called the Escadre de Perse, or the Squadron of Persia, arrived in Trincomalee Bay in the east coast of Ceylon at that time in 1672. The expedition itself was a failure, but it left behind a living legend in the illustrious family of the Lanerolle in Sri Lanka.
And they are the descendants of the said Lieutenant de Lanerolle. Rendezvous with Yasmin and Kumar tonight is all about Sri Lanka's internationally renowned Lanerolle Brothers. We're talking of Rohan and Ishan, who are the 11th generation of the French Lieutenant Sieur de Lanerolle.
Arrête, stop.
Pourquoi?
No, just, you can't play the piano, period.
I can.
No.
I
What
can.
sin, man?
You're playing very well.
You can't do this. You can't do this. Do your comparing, do all of those things, do your culinary skills, programs and all that.
Training programs.
Yeah,
No,
but
but you can play the piano also.
Thank you,
can.
Ishan.
You can.
Do I laugh or do I cry? I don't know what to do.
No, you better cry. There's nothing to laugh in this matter.
So, by the way, Rohan, welcome to Rendezvous with Yasmin and Kumar. And Ishan, a warm welcome to you
Thank
to the
you,
program.
Kumar. It's lovely to be here, so
Comment ça va, Monsieur Rohan de Lanerolle? Ça va bien aujourd'hui? Ça va? Comment allez-vous?
Ça va.
That's where I get back on you with Francais. So wonderful to have you. Let's looking forward.
You better
to
teach us this stuff because we have a French connection. Obviously, that's
Of
why
course, that's why you're here. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you better teach this because we don't know.
Okay, fine. So welcome to the show and let's journey on. Rendezvous with Yasmin and Kumar and Rohan and Ishan de Lanerolle.
Sous les ponts de Paris, lorsque descend la nuit, tous sortent de glace faufilent en cachette. Ils sont heureux de trouver une couchette. How would you like to be down by the Seine with me? Or I would give for a moment or two under the bridges of Paris with you.
Oh well, I wish I was under the bridge of Paris with you.
Oh la la, c'est scandaleux.
Mais oui, c'est scandaleux. Rohan, you shall take Naomi to Paris.
Scandalous.
And yeah, scandalous. You take Naomi to Paris. And Yasmin and I, we are the co-hosts of the show. So,
Of course.
Sur les ponts de Paris.
Say no.
Exactly.
Bonsoir Rohan, bonsoir Ishan.
Bonjour, Yasmin.
Bonjour.
Lovely to see you in Paris.
After all that drama, oh la la, here now is the Lanerolle Brothers version of Sur les ponts de Paris. Oh là là, ils chantent en français, they sing in French. But that goes to show that you do have French blood in your veins, gentlemen.
Very much.
Now tell me, what of your ancestry do you know, Rohan?
Well, the most interesting thing that I can recall is that my ancestor of 11 years ago, or 11 generations ago, not years, generations ago, came to the king on horseback. Horseback. Why are you laughing? Because he was a horseman. So he came on horseback. The guards of the Kandian court, as a respect to their king, asked him to descend from the horse, which he vehemently refused, saying he was representing the great king of France, the son King Louis XIV.
So, Kumar and Yasmin, you know, the Kandian kingdom, they didn't care less about my great grandfather, right? So, and what they did was, they chained him and jailed him for 6 months.
Oh là là, le pauvre, c'est terrible, c'est terrible.
Yes, that's right. But what is indisputable nonetheless is the important role Ambassador de Lanerolle played in the Kandian court. He advised 3 generations of Kandian kings, Rajasinghe II, Bimaladharma Surya II and King Narendra Singh. He then married a Sinhalese lady of aristocracy and integrated himself into local society.
11 generations later, the outcome was these two. Discarded 11th.
Diminished third.
Fourth.
Fifth.
These two.
Perfect fifth.
Just these two. Well, that's how the Lanerolle Brothers came into being. Short break now and catch you soon on part 2 of Rendez-vous with Yasmin and Kumar and Ishan and Rohan de Lanerolle, 11 generations of the Lanerolles in Sri Lanka. So here we are back on Rendez-vous with Yasmin and Kumar and of course the Lanerolle Brothers. Gentlemen, now we know all about your French story, generations 11, 12 going up the line there. Tell me, to change course of course, how did you get into showbiz and music? I don't think you inherited that from Sieur de Lanerolle.
Well, you never know.
Well, but I guess, I mean, you will, I think he was a performer in his own right, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm told that in the palace, he used to debate, and that was one of the reasons why the king liked him, you know. So he used to, in a different sense, he used to perform.
So it was a performance.
So do
yes.
we. We also debate.
I know that very well.
We debate big time.
Yes.
So,
So how did you get into showbiz? Music, this 11th generation of the
it's always
Lanerolles.
there in the blood, no? This is part of the DNA.
Yeah. So I think you've heard of Duncan de Lanerolle, who wrote Welmud Lear 50-50. He comes from Jaffna. So the arts have been there. So for example, now our grand uncles and grand aunts were dramatists. And then now our grandfather was a very good singer. He was a bass who sang in the choir. So nowadays when my father's father hears us singing, he always says that I sound like his father. So because he also had a deep bass.
Now, we all are 11th generation. So do we see this showbiz streak continuing in Kalia and in Johan, the 12th generation, your two children?
Again, you never
We
know.
saw bits of it at your concerts.
Yes,
we
we've
saw
seen
bits of it.
But we don't
but
know.
we don't know. We
And we will not push.
them either.
You won't push them.
No, it's up to them to choose whatever part they want to go in, you know. As long as they enjoy whatever they do, you know, that's the success. I think a lot of people have told us when we say, you know, that we do a 9-to-5 job. Right now, there is nothing 9 to 5 in any industry, but our tea industry keeps us occupied. But this is, in a way, singing was always a hobby which has turned profession. So everyone tells us, you know, that's the ideal thing to have, you know, where your hobby turns as your profession. So
And you never know, no. I mean, these are things that we don't know. We don't know what life holds for you. So you'll have to see how it goes. But look, who is the father or who are the parents who would not want to see their children sing? We would love it. But if they choose otherwise, we are happy with that too. I mean, Johan is one who will possibly take the de Lanerolle name forward, right? So, but whether he is going to get married, who knows? We don't know. And also, even where singing was concerned, I remember very well, Kalia, at one point of time, I was telling Ishan, you know, actually she is not singing. What is she? I mean, she can't sing at all. As a little child, you know.
But look at her now.
Yeah, but now, you know, she's like a foghorn. You know, she's taking after me.
After you, yes,
Yeah,
I'm going to say
and
that.
Johan is taking after him.
¿A donde sea que esté, tu corazón alcanzaré y una sonrisa en tu mirada pintaré.
No habrá distancia entre los dos, al viento volaré mi voz. Con mis deseos a tu alma llegaré.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
As we all know, the brothers have met with resounding success these past 11 years since the brand was born. And they perform to packed houses always at every venue, both in Sri Lanka and overseas.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
අනම්මටෙන් මට වැඩි කර දුන්න හැකි වුණත් බත් මිටක් දරුවට කවන්න මාස්ටර් සර් මගේ හිමිතන දෙනවාදෝ Anesar anukampa nositeido Apatare kambadille tarangime
මතක් වෙනවා සුද්දා හැලු පෙලු හැටි අපි කතා කළේ පාල්ව කැහි ගැහි දනින් වැටි මාස්ටර් සර් පාගේ හිමි තැන දෙනවාදෝ අනේ සර් අනුකම්පා නොසිතයිදෝ
Gentlemen, what is the secret of your success?
I would say that it's attention to detail. Attention to detail is something very important, I see. Even if you take anything, I mean, if you take a painting, you don't just paint the sky blue. You put shades of white, gray, you know, to make it look nice. So, attention to detail is, I think, a very important factor in whatever you do. And the other one is, of course, nothing is instant noodles. You have to work at it. You can't wake up one morning and think, okay, I'm going to have a show in 2 weeks. Right? It doesn't happen that way. Maybe you can do it, but it will not materialize the way it should. So, I think attention to detail has been our success in whether it's music side, whether it's attire, stage, set, lights,
This
ambience,
is
everything.
the king of attention to detail.
And you fall in line.
I have to, there's no other choice. Whatever he says, I have to wear. My sense of dress code is, as you possibly know, you've known us for a long time now,
Lacking, rather lacking.
lacks very seriously. But I'm thankful to him because
So it's a combination of all these factors that actually
for sure,
make the
for
brand
sure.
what it is.
And he handles the music side.
Yes.
So, you
And
know,
that's also
whatever-
meticulous.
Yeah. So,
Oh, very much.
we have our roles very clearly identified.
but the mantra is never going to be shared.
Yeah, please, okay.
The mantra
Yes,
is
you
never
would
going to be
not.
shared because there are ones who are waiting to pounce. So the mantra won't be. Mantra will be given once we stop, and that will come soon. That will come soon.
Thank you. This is another Chris Christopherson song, the favorite of our music director for this evening. Take the ribbon from your hair. Thank you. Shake it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft against my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time, so help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday's dead and gone.
Yesterday's dead and gone.
And tomorrow's out of sight.
Tomorrow's out of sight.
All I'm taking is your time, So help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone.
Yesterday's dead and gone.
And tomorrow's out of sight.
Tomorrow's out of sight.
And it's sad to be alone. So help me make it through the night. And it's sad to be alone. So help me make it.
11 years, the brand is still there, wonderful. So the mantra might never come out. And
But
that
not,
will-
yeah, but not for long. Not for long.
The descendants of Ambassador de Lanerolle hold a very unique place in Sri Lankan society. They formed an ethnic group for nearly 12 generations. They've contributed immensely to enrich the common heritage of our country, and their story testifies to the decisive impact the French had on new areas in Ceylon, in Sri Lanka, and one that is more long-lasting than military or naval victories.
They are the link between the past and the present.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup, Rohan. Merci beaucoup, Ishan, for being our guests on Rendez-vous with Yasmin and Kumar. Mon grand plaisir. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Thank you to
very
Yasmin
much,
and Kumar.
very much,
Merci,
very,
merci,
very much,
merci.
very
And I
much,
will one stuti. Thank
yeah,
you.
very much. Thank you.
So good luck to you and great success in your journeys ahead.
Thank you.
Bon
Thank you very
chance et bon courage.
Thank you,
much.
Yasmin. Thank you,
Thank
Kumar.
you.
Thank
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I'm with some friends here enjoying a coffee in a beautiful cafe in Paris. Here's Paul, the great dancer of Sri Lankan origin, and my good friend Lucette. Bonjour Sri Lanka. Merci Rohan, merci Ishan de votre présence à Rendez-vous.
And now to end Rendezvous with Yasmin and Kumar and Rohan and Ishan de Lanerolle, we have the Lanerolle Brothers, the Lanerolle Brothers version of a very, very classic French hit, La Mer.
Laisse abaisser le long des golfes clairs et d'une chanson d'amour la mer abaisser mon cœur pour la vie.
Mr. Dilip Senivirathna here.
I hope you enjoyed this month's edition of Rendez-vous with the Lanerolle Brothers. We look forward to meeting you in a month from now on Rendez-vous with Yasmin
and Kumar. Bonne soirée et à la prochaine.